Welcome back to Hardball. Barack Obama will make history tonight when he delivers his acceptance speech as the first African-American nominee for president of any major political party in any, major country in the West. Anyway, the speech comes on the 45th anniversary of another groundbreaking speech. That, of course, was the Martin Luther King I Have a Dream speech. Let's listen to that for a moment.
I have a dream. My four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today.
Joining us right now, two men who know that history. New Jersey Governor Jon Corzine and New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson. He'll also be speaking tonight. Let's take a look at another moment in history. This is very familiar to tonight, and I know you two guys remember this because I do. This is John F. Kennedy speaking on the night of his acceptance speech at the Los Angeles Coliseum in 1960.
And we stand today on the edge of a new frontier, the frontier of the 1960s, the frontier of unknown opportunities and perils, the frontier of unfilled hopes and unfilled threats.
Amazing how times have changed. People wear hats. But the new frontier that John F. Kennedy spoke about, you first, Governor Richardson, you talk about a new frontier. This nominating experience that's going on to its fruition tonight.
Well, there's a lot of similarities I see between Barack Obama and John F. Kennedy. Both young, talking about change, idealism, a certain style, a certain elegance. And I think what Obama is talking about for the country is change in the same context as John F. Kennedy. A better America, leadership around the world, moral leadership, human rights, democracy, protecting our Constitution. There's a lot of similarities, and I believe it's a masterstroke to have the event tonight at a stadium like John F. Kennedy. He's speaking to all the American people, not just the delegates here at this convention.
And of course, FDR was reminded today. He also spoke at Franklin Field at the University of Pennsylvania on the last night of his acceptance in 1936.
Great presidents speaking about the sweep of history, I think, as much as they were talking about the events of the day. And this is one of those moments, no matter how you assess it, where America is actually moving very far ahead from where it's been. And it is on a threshold of a whole new era as far as I'm concerned. And I know you're going to hear a speech tonight that captures that sentiment because that's the essence of the individual.
But America is a country in conflict right now between a desire for change and a desire for something more comfortable and fear of change. When you talk, I know New Jersey, you are there, you're the governor. We hear that New Jersey might even go Republican this year. It's possible.
Not a chance. Not a chance, Russ. I'd like to take a bet with anybody who wants to put that dough down. And with Joe Biden, by the way, on the ticket, and you know this in South Jersey, whatever the size of the margin was, it went up by 3 or 4 points because he's very well known. He's very well appreciated for what he can done. We're interested in that Northeast train line. No one has fought for it more than Joe Biden. He even mentioned in his speech last night in Amtrak. Joe Biden is very, very meaningful addition to the ticket. The experience on strategic and foreign policy issues are extreme. He's also a man of the people, and I think he will do a great job across the country.
In an attempt to try to intimidate the Democratic Party, the Republicans have been very smart in saying, he's a celebrity, as if they wouldn't wish they had a celebrity candidate. He's just a rock star. He goes to Berlin and gives big speeches. He's an international rock star. Is that intimidate the Democrats into thinking, we got to act small, we got to avoid some of the hoopla tonight?
No, because I think, look at all these people out here. This is what Barack Obama demonstrates. Young voters, independent voters, committed people. And I think what you're seeing here is a negative campaign at every turn by John McCain. He can't accept the fact that Barack Obama, that the world, the international community, 200,000 people at the Brandenburg Gate want to see America lead again. And they see Barack Obama as somebody that can provide not just that political and military leadership, but moral leadership to stop global warming, to promote human rights, to try to end poverty, to try to deal with the scourge of age, to end genocide in Darfur.
Can you change the world's view of the United States with one election?
You can get on a pathway for change. Yes is the answer, according to the crowd. You can get on a pathway to change. And if you don't start, you can't get to the end point. You can't move forward. And this whole discussion, as the governor was just suggesting, is about covering up the flaws and the mistakes of the last 8 years. We got into a war we should never have fought. We have not gone to the right strategic places. We've got an economy falling apart. People are hurting. And so you got to talk about something. You might as well talk about how mega crowd somebody can pull in Berlin. That's a sign of desperation, in my view, in the sense that they want to turn away from talking about things that Barack wants to change so that we can actually have a better place for Americans to live.
Governor Richardson, back in 1960, we came through the period where Richard Nixon had been stoned all over Latin America. They hated us, and all of a sudden Jack Kennedy showed up with Jackie Kennedy, and the whole hemisphere loved us. Is it possible that can happen again? We had that great flip of the switch.
Yes, because Barack Obama has said that he's going to care about Latin America. He's going to care about comprehensive immigration. He's going to care about changing our policy towards Cuba, which is not working. He cares about building new relationships with Brazil and Argentina and Chile and Mercosur and bringing renewable energy cooperatively with Latin America. He's going to be a president that inspires the third world. You know, our foreign policy, our strategic interests, it's not just the Middle East. It's not just Europe. It's Africa, Asia, Latin America, a community of nations, all of us working together.
You know, we have the nutcases out here. You know, it's a free country. It's an amazingly free country, and we've taken the risk of letting freedom ring out here. Let me ask you about tonight's fruition. Will we see the American people freeze up in their thinking between now and the debates? I'm just thinking what happened in '60. The people know that these two guys, Barack Obama and John McCain, the new kid and the veteran, are going to meet on the same stage. Are they going to wait until that happens before they choose sides?
Well, I think there will be a movement. I think the traditional bounce you're going to see, because he can speak to the emotions that I think people want to have tapped into, and they want to believe that change can occur. So I think we'll get that. You'll get a little bit of pullback, and then the debates will be the place where people make up their minds.
I think what Barack Obama is going to do tonight is say, you've learned about me and my family. We're the American dream. Now I want to connect with you and tell you, America, how we can connect together, get into the dreams of the American people to see what they need. I think it's going to be a historic night, and it's going to start moving very much in Senator Obama's direction and the Democrats, in the polls, in voter sentiment, because he can bring this country together.
Governor, it's so great of you to come over here to our own Mile High Stadium. Thank you very much for joining us.